Let's go over here. Isaiah 62:1. For Zion's sake will I, matter of fact, this is Zechariah 11:5. It says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Okay? And who are the possessors? Right? The possessors are the so-called white men. Okay? They're the possessors. And who are the possessed? The possessed, right? The possessed are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? Why do you think it's riots going on all over the planet right now? All over America right now? Because the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, we're tired of you so-called white people killing a so-called black man unarmed, right? For no reason. That's what y'all do, okay? And it's not shocking. The only thing that's shocking is that they haven't been doing it sooner, okay? The only shocking part about this is that they haven't been doing it sooner, okay? Because as you can see from start to finish, ever since the so-called white man came into power, he's been all about rape, robbery, and murder, okay? It's by the grace of God he's still in power right now, okay? By the grace of God, the so-called white man is still in power, okay? And that's not even going to be for that much longer. The nuclear missiles are going to consume this place, okay? Let's keep going. This is Psalms 82 and verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. Okay? These are the words from King David to who? To the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? Because the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're the gods of the earth. Okay? We're the gods of the earth. We're literally the best at everything. And to make it, the funniest part about all this is, they literally, all the nations try their best to kill and destroy us. They try it, okay? They put drugs in our neighborhoods, guns in our neighborhoods, right? Planned Parenthood, right? Anything that you can possibly think of to destroy our people, the so-called white man has done it, okay? Poison the water, poison the food, right? When you go down to the hood, the stores are not the same as the stores in the so-called white neighborhoods. You go to the hood, they got stores like Save-A-Lot, right? Poppy stores that sell nothing but junk. You go down to the so-called white man, that so-called white man neighborhood, he got Trader Joe's, right? Anything that you could think of that's healthy for you, he got it, okay? He got it. The so-called white man, he's not eating the same thing that he's feeding to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But that's all a plot to destroy us, okay? That's all a plot. But the Most High God, he sees what y'all are doing. The jig is up, okay? The jig is up. It's Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. Who's that talking about? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're the people robbed and spoiled, okay? How are we the best at everything, invented everything, but we live in the worst neighborhoods in America, okay? How is that possible? How is that possible? Because we're robbed and spoiled, okay? We're robbed and spoiled. It says, they are all of them snare and holes, right? They're all of them snared in holes. And what are some of the snares and holes? These sick racist cops, right? Planned Parenthood, guns, drugs, gangs, right? Child support, all these house vouchers, all these things are set up to divide our people, okay? All these things are set up to divide and to destroy our people. It says, and they are hid in prison houses. Right, they are hid in prison houses, okay? When you look across America, right, it's funny, here's the funny part. America has more people in jail than everybody on the planet combined. When you go to China's jails, Japan's jail, Africa jail, right? Any jail you go to on the planet, you add them all up, and they still wouldn't come close to the people in jail in America, okay? And who's in these jails? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're in those jails, okay? We're in those jails because jail is just slavery, okay? If you look up the amendment, right, it tells you that you're legally a slave once you go to prison, okay? You're legally a slave once you go to prison. It says, they are for prey and none delivereth, for a spoil and none set for store. Right, our people are for prey, okay? And nobody's worrying about delivering or saving the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Nobody's worried about that, okay? That's why our people had to riot, loot, burn things down just to get somebody a charge against them, okay? Just to get a charge against them. Because these so-called white people are bloodthirsty, okay? Y'all not happy unless there's rape, robbery, and murder going on, okay? Y'all are not happy. Y'all are all about the bloodlust, okay? That's y'all thing. That's y'all twist, okay? This is why y'all got to get put back on chains, because y'all are out of control, okay? Y'all are out of control. And the Most High God, he's headed up to here with y'all, okay? The Most High God, he's done with you so-called white people, okay? All the rape, robbery, and murder is going to cease, okay? And y'all are the beacon of it, okay? Y'all are the reason why it goes on. If it wasn't for y'all, the world would be better, okay? That's a fact. He's literally the problem for everything on the planet, okay? Radiation, chemtrails, right? Gangbangers. Anything that you can think of on the planet, the so-called white man, he's the root of it, okay? Any problem that goes on, the so-called white man, it's because of him, okay? It's because of him. It says, who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Right. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Right. Who's done this to our people? Who's done it? The Most High God, he allowed it to happen. Okay? He allowed it to happen. Why? Because you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans wanted to break the laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay? So now y'all had to pay the piper. Okay? Y'all got to pay the piper. This is why we're in the predicament that we're in. It says, did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned, for they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. Right. And this is why we were destroyed, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is why we were brought so low, because we disobeyed the Most High God, okay? We were the only people given the law, statutes, and commandments. This is why only us was brought down low. This is why they telling us to go back to our country. This is why they call us niggas, spicks, and wetbacks, okay? Because the Most High God, he's allowing this to happen because we're breaking his laws. it says, therefore he had poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle, and has set him on fire round about. Yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart. So in other words, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all don't even consider or even think about why y'all in the situation that y'all in.